Now, the increasing rate of suicide is becoming a major cause for concern. Now, one wonders what goes on in the minds of persons who commit suicide, what causes such acts and the effects. Well, I have a psychologist who can answer to those questions. Is Success Aruna to discuss this worrying trend. Good to have you on the news.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Good afternoon.
Great. Now, is there a copycat factor here? Because it seems once you hear of a suicide case somewhere, right immediately you hear of another one, and then another one, and another one. What exactly is it?
Okay, most times people who commit suicide, the moment they hear of people who have suicide tendencies, the moment they hear that there's a suicide somewhere, it just becomes an appeal to them, like this is the way out. When they're feeling hopeless or they have mental illness, it just seems as a way out for them, and then they just go for it.
But what really goes on in the mind of a person from the moment he plans suicide? And, you know, it takes some time, and then you would expect that within that time, something should discourage them. But they go on ahead to commit suicide.
And most times it has to do with mental illness, like depression. You know, when somebody is depressed and he's just hopeless, and for him or her, this is just the way out. Some people, they have what they call bipolar disorder and personality disorder. And so, and some it's due to substance abuse and misuse. You know, so it just triggers it, and then they just commit suicide.
And what impact does this really have on the larger society?
Of course, it does have impact on the larger society, especially family, friends. The moment you lose a loved one, somebody who is close, you don't even know have that tendencies, and suddenly you just hear that he jumps through into the Third Mainland Bridge, or has taken his life through insecticide and all of that. Of course, it affects their family and friends, and also may have a ripple effect on them, also contemplating suicide, depending on the how close the relationship was before the person committed the suicide.
Now, talking about the role of society and government to actually put a check on this, what does society need to do? What does government need to do urgently?
I believe sincerely that loved ones and friends should check out for each other. And like I was saying in the forum a time ago, you see, social media is actually not helping us today. Somebody is on Facebook, is on Twitter, and he's spending 3 hours, 4 hours, and gradually we're cutting off relationship. You know, because you know, the moment I'm on my phone, 5 hours, I'm alone, doing what I'm doing, I'm playing game and all of that. So it's making the society an individualistic society where that communal living is now beginning to decline, and that's the reason why we're having this rate of suicide, especially in our country today.
It almost makes you feel like social media is actually anti-social media.
Yes, 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 that's right.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Success Aruna is a psychologist. Thank you so much for joining us.